Hello, welcome back to this episode 7 of the Heinrich Kemmler campaign
I
I'm doing.
need more minions. Champion of the faith.
Yep, thank you, Mr. Johann or Johann. Thank you. Anyway, let's
They will
get to it.
serve.
So first off, as I've been thinking, I need to get my armies here into position because the Empire is, perhaps surprisingly, very strong. As such, when war breaks out, what I want to be able to do is to sack and occupy Altdorf for the loot and then give it back to the Empire. As well as start eroding their territories here. Now, that you're probably thinking sounds really hard. You'd be right, of course. It will be really hard. Fortunately, I do have a special move called I will be the attacker this time, I think.
The Empire.
Ooh. Could I... okay. Don't need to get ahead of ourselves. Do have a lot of really powerful units, though.
Brave times.
I think what I do is,
Tomb rot.
let's see here. What do we want? These seem... oh yeah, these are so effective. I want to get a bunch of those. More Ascension, more Gold. That should work.
War it is.
I'll attack here and...
Kill them, my children.
right, bring
Awaiting
this
orders.
army...
I live to serve the Emperor.
vassal army here. It's tempting. Trying to resolve that, but I know I
Bats and
shouldn't.
wolves, gather.
Skip that. Any sort of diplomacy to do? I don't know. Okay. So here I'm gonna
Raise them.
be attacking and make no that stronger. So I'm gonna have to hope this works out well. And I think that it would be the best thing to do to fight this one out. So we're just gonna do that, because obviously I don't want to, lose. That'd be bad. Really bad. So here, we've got a bit of a dilemma, in that actually we don't have a dilemma. Never mind. Never mind at all. Because attacking here, there are towers. Along here there are towers, but this narrow little strip, no towers, no problems. Yes, army muster. You guys are not going to play any serious role in the battle, probably. You go there. These over here, because they can fly. And there, and here. That's fine. Okay, this will take a little bit of thought. Alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to sweep the ranged units off the walls with my flying units. And then hopefully get these enemies to continually blob up and Wind of Death them. We've got a lot of wind to cause death with. And yeah, that's how it's going to be. Ooh, he has a death shriek. I'm definitely gonna be using that one. Let's put the bats back here, the Fargoths here, and I mean, probably should just go for it while they're all up here. And, do I need Curse of Years? How much is it? Guess it's not a huge investment. Oh yes, that yes, please. That is exactly the sort of thing we want to see. These blobs are exactly what I'm targeting. It's just that. Did so much damage. And here, preferably get the Terrorgeist to evacuate, get these guys to go, these guys to please fly away over here. As you can see, just that. Okay. Let's move the men up here where they can shoot or something on them. Yeah, just doing that may have been enough to get rid of some of them, but it won't be enough to get rid of all of them, obviously. Thank you. I like my units to die for a purpose, not just because I incompetently left them standing in the middle of nowhere. Please, thank you. Again, we've got one of these. And yeah, I'm pretty much okay just casting this over and over and tearing apart their numbers. I guess breaking the gate. Okay, they died, whatever. I guess breaking down the gate, as I was saying, would help, and then I can drop down Krell and have Krell be involved in doing Krell things. We've got a pretty good amount of wind. If I... Yeah, overcasting is 100 and more % worth it. I just want to see what the angle is on this. It's probably not going to be all that effective, but ooh, whoa, that was a lot better than I would have thought. So the reason I'm not summoning Krell to break down the gate is I kind of don't need to. What does this do? Let's see.
Now, Sigmar calls to battle. Take the
I mean, might as well have them shooting. If they're gonna carry guns, I only get them for a limited amount of time. Might as well have them use them, I suppose. Up here. Okay.
Darkest magic to me. Where is Krell?
It's interesting how much miscasts can hurt. I don't know if this is, like, I don't know why. Maybe it's because he seems to be a very low health entity.
Out his engine! Heinrich Kemmler.
Either way, doesn't matter too much.
At once.
Move him around here, get these over here. And what I want to say is this shows that siege battles, while they're not all that exciting typically, they can be phenomenal opportunities. And just dive on them and destroy them because they're low. Where was it? Yeah.
See my sepulchral art.
So here I'm at the point where it's almost hard to find good targets. Almost.
Children, join your brothers in death.
I didn't even mean for it to bounce like that. That is absolutely devastating. If I put them up here, hopefully they'll just descend and destroy it there. Now, get that. Obviously I don't have unlimited wind, but I think I have had plenty for what I need. Just great swords. There. But all of these guys here. Huh, I'm surprised that didn't immediately shatter them. Oh well. At this point, I think I'm in such a dominant position that it's more helpful actually to bring these over here to be healed in a bit. I think it's so silly I can't summon inside their territory, inside the walls, until I've actually broken through a gate. It's never made any sense to me why that would be a thing. I'm fine with them getting destroyed. I'll just dead if I need to. And let's see here.
For my master.
There's some healing. Get them away from the enemy archers. Speed up time because watching this breakdown is actually pretty boring. And yeah, sometimes it's just like this. You know, something I'd like to know, I'd love you to leave in the comments if anyone has any opinions. Who are your favorite Necromancer characters in the Warhammer Fantasy lore? Like, do you prefer Krell, or perhaps, I don't know. Well, not just, yeah, undead characters in general, I should say. Like, yeah, do you prefer Krell, say? Is he cool to you? Or are you more of a fan of, say, Conrad? I mean, I'm sure there's at least one Manfred fan out there, don't worry. Or actually, maybe do worry. Depending. I mean, you know what Manfred did. But yeah, seriously, I hope that whatever factions you like or don't like, that you have a good time watching this. And I mean, I think all the factions in Warhammer are interesting in their way. So right here, you might not even need Corral. They are Sea turning so close to an army loss as is. I'll just wait a little bit more. It should only take a few more seconds before the walls are shattered to little pieces. So, now I can put Krell over here. Finally. Finally.
Lord of Undeath.
And with that, we can just drop this down here. And... just send all these guys in. Get this over with quickly. And looks like a decent shot. Not, yeah, not the most optimal thing, but we did. It's an army loss either way. And that's how you win siege battle, if you have these specific circumstances at least. GG, NPCs. Let's loot and occupy this place, and that's a pretty good progress rate, in my opinion.
The dead approve.
Do they? I'll take your word for it. Really like these crypts. They are proving to be incredibly strong, in my opinion. Lore Master, Lore Vampires. So, absolutely
Bats and wolves gather.
deadly. And you, on the other hand, can pick up one of those and... let's see here. What does this do? Let's get one of those and say that and that.
Moving.
Ooh, low funds. Maybe I should have thought about this
What do you want?
a bit more.
My bloodline calls.
We can survive a turn of attrition. So, that's how it will be, eh? It's definitely annoying.
Idiotic and futile. Both your conversation and yourself.
So, who to go to war with? Because I need to go to war with someone to get my money.
It is night.
Praise be to Sigma. Tomb rot.
See, are they orphan? No, they're not.
Bring me flesh to craft.
Oh well. Ooh. So the thing is, if I actually might be able to execute that plan against the Empire sooner than I expected.
Very good. What do you want? Strike out.
Difficult for sure.
Yes. Very tempting.
Rating can't help there. So that's a pretty good. I think that's a pretty good city.
True servant of Sigma. I will go.
I serve Sigma.
Tomb rot.
Is a good city, but
Darkness comes.
could probably keep this guy here, and then attack here next turn, capture it to keep it. Actually, maybe not keep it.
Spread the rot. Yes, the time is right.
Champion of the faith.
Guess have these guys here. Yeah, maybe capture here and then trade it back to Elspeth for peace. I don't know. Sack there. Yeah, we're definitely in a tight place, financially speaking.
Shuffle this way. The spirits agree. Yes, empty the tombs.
So I guess we have to wait a turn and hope that
Be important. This suits my cause.
everything and everyone can be aligned just right. Just flat one ended the defensive alliance. That's not the best. Right. Okay. Now, the reason, by the way, though, oh hey, they want to be defended, that's fine with me.
Sigmarite Arch-Lector.
Oh, so close. A shame.
It will be.
But the reason, by the way, that's okay for me to be fighting the Empire is going toward them right now would be a form of duplicity, of treachery.
This night. Agreed for now.
However,
Move. Suits my cause.
oof,
It is night. Agreed. For now.
let's see.
Received.
Oh, but as I was saying, if I attack a Nuln and they drag the Empire in, it's okay, because it's not my fault. All those units and
All right.
this.
My bloodline calls.
Yeah, I can win this fight.
Received.
Won't be easy, it won't be pretty, but I can and will do it. However,
I will not speak with enemies of the Empire. I count you at...
I just want to see.
No, I will not talk with you. Leave.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Anyway,
Find me grave bound.
to do is move this army here, and this one cannot attack this turn. So it needs to just move here, and then
I will not obey.
what I do is I
I will not speak with enemies of the Empire. I count
Clear
you
war.
as such. Your very presence here is...
Treaty so I can attack here and win. And I'm gonna have to fight this one out just to spare my troops. So, as before, very similar tactic, except this time I'll be clustering everything here, I think. Yeah.
Atrophy, decay.
And everything that flies, which is less now, can go here. Okay. Swords, handgunners.
At once. I run. So wonderful.
Just drop down Krell to absorb their fire.
Serve me. At once. I run. It shall be.
Krell go there. Have them all go there, in fact. Well, not all of them. These ones can go here. These units here, of course. To have them for much longer, after all. Flying ones can attack here. Do that and heal.
Even Krell would be impressed.
As for here, let's wipe out this.
Darkest magic to me.
It's actually a miss. Very much. Oh.
At once.
Not the worst thing, to be sure.
I run.
Guess they can stay up there.
I am the
Yeah.
Lich Master.
Kemmler. I need them in a control group. Put them over here. Hit this unit.
Skull stuff. I know what I do.
Okay, I'm not having the same level of luck as I used to. Oh well. Well, they're not gonna make it. I'm just gonna accept that.
Where is Krell?
Funny. They have fewer units, but they're doing a lot better. And those units are taking damage for no reason, really.
I am back.
Oh well. Here we go. At least that one should be effective.
Keep your heads down, men. They're casting.
Yeah, that's better. Let's move these to be right over here, and the wizard over here.
Their time has
We
come.
might as well have the
Mortis
auras.
engine. Heinrich Kemmler.
I've never expected to have to hear a Mortis engine saying Mortis engine, but I guess here we are.
Quiet, skull stuff. I know what I do.
Just back these guys up, and Kemmler.
As long as we draw breath, they will die.
I hope that's angled well.
Children,
Join your brothers in death.
Should destroy these units at least. Yeah, okay, that was not a great angle. Here though, eventually we'll cut through there.
Master of death. Yes, awake, minions.
Right.
Quicker!
These guys there.
With speed.
Let's go over here. Wonder if I landed these single entities, if that would tempt these guys into descending.
Fear the tomb.
Descending to their doom, of course.
At once.
Oh, else. No, I'll keep him more here. I'll just. Oh, yeah, the Terrorgeist can do its shrieks. Get them back in the air.
For my master.
That up there, and then move him over here.
At once.
Taking a lot of fire from the musketeers.
For my master.
So here, just get a nice good old shot of salt. Then we get the Wind of Death. I like how now all legendary lords count as siege attackers, so you can do stuff with your faction leader. And my ranged units should go focus on them, and guess attack them from behind where they're not prepared.
The dead will rise. They will pay. Turn their hammer. Death magic. Stop them.
Bye-bye. As I said, bye-bye. As you know, I'll heal a bit and see you at the end. Alright, so we won without much loss, without much fuss. Loot and occupy. Finally not in the situation of being in debt. It's a shame I didn't think this one through, because
Servant of Sigmar.
it's so great to just flick that army over and... But, you know, we can't always have that. So that's helpful. That's... Ooh, that looks also very helpful. I'll take that, I think.
They will serve.
Yeah, let's see. That's...
Kill them. Raise them.
Easy victory. just occupy. Let's take a quick look at our enemies, and we can see that got an army here, got an army here.
What orders?
It's 15, that's 8. Interesting. Now here.
This better be important.
Oh dear, we would have to fight that one.
None shall live.
Well,
This better be important. Bring more.
this says it'll be a close defeat. I beg to differ. In fact, I beg to differ very strongly. However, that will be a question for another time, because I think this episode has gone on long enough, especially because I'm on the brink of doing a couple more manual battles. So as ever, thank you so much. Please share, please subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you next time. Farewell.